And with that, welcome to the final series of our Freestyle Friday edition of the MLD on Twitch, presented by Balls Guarana. I am Curtis. That is Ninja Riders. We come in for our final series, Ninja. It is the Bears and Foxes set to do battle. Two teams that are playing very, very good Rocket League this season.
Fantastic teams right now, as this is the number 6 and number 7 in the Platinum League going up against each other. The Bears sitting 19 and 11 right now. The Foxes 18 and 12. There's lots of implications here, as the Foxes are sitting number 2 in the Arctic Division. They could potentially take the lead this week, depending on how their opponents do. But the Bears also number 2, but in the Sun Division, and they're 4 games out of first place in their division. So Monster Jammers, Ravens fan, have their work cut out for him here, as Fuego, the former Bear, going up against his former team alongside Brava. Man, this is going to be nuts. I can't wait. What a way to end a Friday night.
You know what's funny is Fuego is, of course, somebody that I like to know affectionately as the Fire Fox.
Yes.
Because Spanish. Now, we have ourselves 5 minutes on the clock in game 1 on the board as the Bears go in for the attack. Bears, of course, staring up at the Rhinos in that Sun Division. On the other side, the Foxes staring up at the Wolves at the moment in their division. So this is a matchup that of utmost importance at the moment as we look into the last 3 weeks before playoffs are cinched in. This, even if it's cross-conference, wins matter more than most weeks.
Hang on. Monster Jammers in the Merc.
Interesting.
All right. Now we're talking.
I mean, if you can't Merc for real, then why would you Merc, bro? Let's see if you can do it. This will be.
I bet you could.
This is Fuego. Fuego is going to turn around at this, puts himself in a weird spot, but he may be able to survive it. Does pop it up into the air. Now he's got to be a little bit creative putting that towards the Bears net. That's off the crossbar. Still in front. That is a chance in front for that. Oh, Fuego able to put that one home off the pass, and that is a 1-0 lead for the Foxes.
All Firefox was rotating back, saw the play that Bravo's doing, going sports car style is Bravo, and the bullet right past Monster Jammers. Only a minute in, the Foxes 1-0.
That's a huge, huge goal to get for the Foxes. Able to turn around, good transition play. Put that one home, and back we come the other way. Monster Jammers going to give this a chance to Stu in the corner. Coming in, Ravens fan, he's going to fly by the ball. Missing with the Merc hitbox is going to be Monster Jammers. Chance for the Foxes in front, but it will be sent aside by Ravens fan. Good touch over the halfway line. Reversing into it. Pinch play is going to send it deep into the Bears end. It'll roll around the corner wall. Patience, a little bit of patience being exhibited. That's going to be a chance in front. Huge, huge miss. However, 3:24 to go. This is going to be a pinch play going towards the sidewall. Bounced into the middle. Ravens fan keeps it in. Bears circling, prowling, hunting, not able to put it towards the net just yet. Finally, they put something towards the cage, but it's wide of the right post. Oh,
thought that might be a shot there coming off of the tip of the Dominus GT of Ravens fan. Lots of alternate cars tonight. I like what I'm seeing from these teams, getting creative with it. Fuego read that perfectly. It's going to fall in front of the net. Brava electing to stay back as he attacks there. 1-on-2. Monster Jammers giving up possession to Fuego. Not a great touch, though. Brava has to race back. Stops Ravens fan from making any sort of play. It's back and forth here as we near halftime.
Yeah, a little bit of ping pong back and forth as the Bears are going to have to make a save here, and it looks like they're going to be able to do it. But the slow play, I think, would have helped in that 1v2, as Monster Jammers was really unable to get it going with the second defender in tow. So halftime come and gone, 1-0 lead.
Trying for a pass play was the Bears. Didn't quite work out there. Brava going to pinch us across the other side. The Bears move on to the offensive end here. Fuego shadowing nicely, picks up a nice catch. Monster Jammers gets hit by Brava on the defense. Fuego towards the net, wraps it all the way around the field, and not quite enough.
That's a really, really nice turn. 2 minutes to go in game number 1. This will be a roll around the corner. Good touch from Fuego. Firefox himself tries to work it around the sidewall. Bears are going to fly underneath it. Ravens fan misses. Finally, the Foxes take control. Huge dunk from Fuego. And he puts it in the far side. Hellfire everywhere. It's 2-0.
So Monster Jammers rotates back nicely, lets Ravens fan just do his thing, and he tries for the challenge here. Now, if he would have went behind the ball a little bit more, that would have squirted the ball off towards the corner, I believe. But persistence by the Foxes gives them the 2-goal lead here. About a minute and a half left. Fuego more than happy to just let the ball die out in the corner. Ravens fan, nothing to do with that. Tries for a pass play with Monster Jammers. Bit of a miscommunication there. Passed one. No, not a great touch. Unfortunately, and the body, that allows Monster Jammers to come in. Ravens fan needs to get back quick. Not a great touch there. Trying for the demo. Great play there from behind as the Foxes could not get anything going on the play.
Yeah, lucky for the Bears, they were not beaten on that overcommit there. They nearly got beat 2-0 the other way. That's a huge pitch, though. Crossbar down and in. Firefox puts it in from the halfway field.
So Fuego just kind of following up here. Monster Jammers trying to get a pass out to Ravens fan, who was on his way back for the read, and bar down and in. Talk about a pinch off of Firefox's nose.
Yeah, that is a dunk and a half that he just put on. 3-0 lead for the Foxes as we play on. That's going to be off the crossbar. Foxes really working well. Bears unable to get that one towards the net. Good dribble around one, but not two as the Bears take it defensively. Fuego will wait. He'll put it off the nose. He'll try to follow it in, working a one-on-one against Ravens fan, but Ravens fan wins the better of the exchange. Cross the mouth of goal. Into the corner. It'll pinch up towards the ceiling, come down, chance off of Ravens fans' nose, and he's unable to put that one home. Still a 3-0 lead, but the Foxes look to have game one pretty handily in tow as we get into the latter moments.
Yeah, and it's fantastic play. I mean, from both sides, the Foxes just able to read the Bears a little bit better than, well, the Bears able to read the Foxes, but still great plays coming out from the Foxes as they seem to position the car nicely around the ball in general as time runs out here game one. Fuego with a great read. Just trying to kill it here is no way for the Bears. Possible? No. Foxes take this one. You mentioned fairly handily, but it was not without drama from the Bears side for sure.
There was some drama, but it wasn't enough to make the Foxes worry. The Foxes had the momentum and the possession of the ball. Bears, they really couldn't take advantage of opportunities with the ball, and their opportunities were a little bit more limited. There's a lot of ping pong at the midfield, but the Bears weren't able to direct that towards the net while the Foxes were. So a couple of goals in that game that happened from the halfway line that the Bears really couldn't recover from fairly early.
I'll have to see if they make any sort of adjustments here. No car changes as we go right into game two. Both teams on the pitch. Countdown has elapsed. Kickoff is underway here, game two, as Fuego tries for some control. Takes a demo actually from Monster Jammers. That's going to allow Ravens fan to come through, but the spawn point was perfect for Fuego to throw into the offensive corner.
Oh, that could be an issue. Okay.
Ooh, man. Brava could not get above the ball enough to make any sort of real shot at it. Now a pass over to Ravens fan all the way across the field. He couldn't quite get there as he side flipped.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep the boost up.
Well, side flip, and he also ran out of boost. That was the big thing, as you mentioned. He just didn't have enough boost to boost into that on a nice pass. Good work from Monster Jammers trying to find the pass off that really awkward Merc hitbox, but just unable to find his teammate on the far side.
Oh, beautiful.
Did he get it? He did. That's a really, really good piece of work. Bravo able to put that one home, and it all starts with the play there. As Fuego puts it off the crossbar, but he draws both defenders up. Once he draws both defenders up, it is literally a tap-in for Bravo on the far side. That's very, very good stuff from the Foxes, and it continues really good efforts from game one.
And Monster Jammers chasing the ball a little bit on that play. Would have probably been smarter to stay on the ground and defend at the goal line, potentially. I'm sure there's a lot of other options there. But the ball chase did kind of kill them there. Now it's a chance again for the Foxes. Ravens fan backwards. Fuego towards the net. He'll just put it right in. Nice double touch.
Yeah, this is really, really good work from Fuego again. The Bears caught themselves in a little bit of an awkward position there as Ravens fan decides he needs to drive backwards at this, and that is 2 for 2 on series, where we mentioned driving backwards is a very, very bad thing to do, especially in front of your own net. and the Foxes make him pay. Fuego with the quick double tap takes advantage of a really, really awkward Bears situation.
Plat League, so Jay's not pulling his hair out right now. If it was the Champ League, then yeah, he'd be all over that. But not, and this one heading wide off a Ravens fan's bumper. As this one rolls around the corner, Brava comes out from the other side. A great touch and good momentum from Brava, who seems to be on a tear. Nice pass, but no, right to Ravens fan. Back to Fuego. Back and forth action here right in front of this light blue net. Ball kind of stalling out. Brava, shot, down and in.
That's a really, really good touch from Brava. It's hard to do with the ball just above the crossbar like that, especially with not a lot of space between the ball and the crossbar. But it's a nice little air roll. Make sure to get it on the nose and also knock it down, because he could have hit that just to the point where he knocks the ball off the crossbar itself, and then it just stays out, and then it just bounces, horizontally off of that crossbar and back to the top of the box. But he does it really well. Gets in front of it. Not a lot of pitch to it, and it's a 3-0 lead.
Foxes fans super happy in chat as both players playing fairly well. Brava having a great night. 3 shots for the both of them. Lots of offense from the Foxes indeed. The Bears pretty much getting shut down right now, but some of that is their own doing. It's a double commit there to clear, not working out.
Ooh,
shot again from Fuego. Threads the needle. It's 4-0.
Yep, 7-0 combined between the first 2 games of this series, and Fuego is absolutely going off. 2 goals in this game. He had 3, I'm pretty sure, in the last game as well.
So, yes.
He's been a force, no doubt about that. They have to neutralize him if Monster Jammers and Ravens fan have any chance in this series. But the Foxes are really just, they're taking him out right now, and the Arctic Division should be on notice.
So when and where do you start to just demoing everybody?
I mean, you got to start changing it up right now. Obviously, what you're doing is not working. You got to change it up, and if physical play is on the menu, then you got to make it happen, and you got to make it happen soon before you lose control. As the Fox is trying to put the dagger home, all ready for game number 2. Off the back, Brava. Monster Jammers comes across, makes a save. Try to get it around, but the Foxes are all over. That's going to bounce in the face of goal, and it's going to be a huge miss. Foxes will regroup back to the halfway line, but that's an opportunity gone by. And Monster Jammers able to put that one home on the other side. 2-point swing. That may reverse momentum.
I like this right here. Fuego had the right idea, trying to gather some control, takes it back to the other side, but he loses it. Monster Jammers following nicely that time. And if there's any time to ball chase, right then is that. He manages to flip into it and get him on the board finally after 4 unanswered. Yeah, hey Bears, yeah, that's what you need to do right there. Demo.
Huge demo there. Fox is still very much on the attack, up and around 1, then 2. Brava, can he turn it? He cannot. He's going to need a little bit of help from his friend. He's going to find it on the far side. It's Fuego, making it a 5-1 lead, and the Foxes are running away.
Yeah, Brava just kind of missing the turn there. Kind of lost control as he was coming off the wall. A little bit of a flip action, but it's 5-1. The 4-goal lead has been restored for the Foxes. The Bears mentioning in the roster chat that they were going to defend their den. Yeah, hey guys, what's up with that? Because very severe lack of defense on their side indeed. They're starting to rotate a little bit better, but these mechanical mistakes need to be cleaned up, as well as Ravens fan not getting back. He's just kind of shadowing, and it's a weird type of play that I'm seeing from them. As Fuego tries to bump this in, it actually rolls out off the crossbar.
Yeah, Ravens fans doing some things that are kind of raising some questions for me as well. He's rotating back same side of the ball, which is a big problem. A little bit too chasey for my liking, and I think part of that has to do with being down as much as they are. But that's something that, starting to chase the ball is not going to make any better. Just adjusting from game to game, realizing what you guys are doing wrong, and fixing it between games or in the middle of the game when it's required. Continuing to do the wrong thing is not going to help, and that's something that's going to hurt them if they continue to let that happen. As game 2 is going
Ravens
to
fan out of boost.
Close.
Bravo finishing this one off. We're getting set up for Brazil here, as I hope Curtis has his 200 SPF sunscreen at the ready. I know he's not exactly home right now, so you might have to make a run to the drugstore.
Yeah, mine's special order.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my special order is 200 SPF sunscreen is made by a company called Elmer's. They also do glue, and it has a similar consistency and texture.
So it'll hold wood together and keep you from getting sunburned. That works.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do.
Also, glue sticks and the sunscreen, not the same thing.
Oh, there
that's
it
far
is!
side. What an angle from Brava, as indeed we are headed to Brazil with 4 seconds to go.
Brava following up his play off of the corner. That right there is an extreme angle. If that's not a play of the week nominee by the end of the week, I will be slightly miffed.
That's a really, really good one. That's a chance far side off the kick. 1 second on the clock, now nothing, and that is going to do it. The Foxes able to take game number 2, and they have a 2-0 lead in the series. Bears have some soul searching to do as we get into game 3 because they have now gone down 10-1 combined over 2 games.
Yeah, this has been a rough series so far for the Bears. You know, not many shots, not a lot of offense coming out for them. I mean, you got to put the ball towards the net at some point. You just have not been able to do that at all. And the Foxes are all over it. Some rotational errors, some mechanical errors, which you expect kind of at this level, some mechanical errors, but usually the rotations will be able to clean that up. The Bears haven't been able to do that either. They're just all over the place. Granted, somebody mentioned in chat that they were kind of leaning on another player. This is the Bears, but I mean, at some point you got to start performing properly, and it's just not working.
On an unrelated note, I think we need to make a mention that we really need to start an MLD reality show called The Wives of MLD. Because I'm pretty sure we now have our 3rd sighting of one of the Wives of MLD. We have Mrs. Cathexis, who has been awesome. We have Mrs. Jimmer, who is not quite a Mrs. just yet, but soon TM.
Getting there.
And then we have Mrs. Brava Gunner in chat. Hello, Mrs. Brava Gunner. This is my first time talking to you. Welcome to the MLD. If he is indeed your husband, which I'm sure he is based on your name, he is playing very, very well.
You should be proud, and you should hand him a beer after this series because he's playing fantastically. And by hand him, I mean
Kendo. Yes, Mrs. Kendo is another one. So we indeed have a quadruple lineup of a cast for our Wives of MLD reality show. I didn't forget about her. She just kind of slipped my mind.
So what you're saying? No, I'm kidding. Oh, sorry. But game 3 has gotten underway. The Foxes again keeping up their offensive push here on the Bears. Cunning and Swift are the Foxes, and they're playing just like their named brethren.
I mean, I'd say they're playing a little more aggressively than Cunning and Swift. They're playing a very, very tight game of offensive Rocket League, and they're taking advantage of opportunities like that. As Brava adds another one into the bag.
Bizzle Lives in chat, man, that's love indeed. As Brava, nice mechanical ability there, keeping the ball on top of his endo to make sure that ball goes in. As they take the early lead here in the first minute, the Bears just having a rough go tonight.
Oh, man. Yes, this definitely needs to be a thing. Reality show of Wives of MLD. If we can get an article written each week about what the Wives of MLD do while their husbands are scrimming and organizing and things of that nature, I think I would read that. That would be pretty incredible. Also, please don't enlist me for typing that because that'd be terrible. But anyway, moving in. This is towards the net. And the Bears put that in their own net. Continued circumstances are really, really hurting the Bears at this point.
Yeah, Ravens fan, again, just couldn't get back in time. Monster Jammers attacking the ball a little bit early. Again, the Bears just all out of sorts right now. They are having such a rough time. But a possible cheat up might work out. No, Brava stayed back. This is going to go wide.
You know, when are we going to see Inanimate Wife in chat? There's only one person that can answer that question.
That's true. I mean, we see enough of Inanimate's cats.
I mean, fair. But we don't see any of Inanimate's wife. Anyway, that's off the ceiling. Chance towards the sidewall.
Oh,
Bears
God.
trying to get something going.
Curtis, you might have started something. This isn't good. Kendo, next time on MLD Monday, wives of MLD. Oh no.
That's
Kendo
that's
interviewing wives? Oh no. This is bad.
That sounds terrible. What happened? What did we do?
We need to do it. This sounds absolutely horrible. We have to do it once. Bravo, great touch.
Chiming again. This is amazing. This is going to be a chance in front. Fox is going to make it a 3-0 lead as Brava adds his third of the game, a hat trick for him.
Oh man, we started something bad. Brava actually, that started all the way on the other side next to his own net, staying super calm after defending his post. Just taking that one all the way, and again the Bears double commit. Can't say it enough. They need to not do that.
That's expert analysis. Man.
I mean,
expert analysis. What a flick!
What a flick, though.
Oh yeah, it does. Fuego showing what he's made of with a really good halftime flick, just about from the halfway line.
I mean, perfect too. Ravens fan attacking early as he's been doing. Well, most of the series, to be honest. You can tell the Bears a little bit nervous. They're starting to play a little bit more loose, which could go good or very, very bad. Right now, at the 4-goal deficit, very bad, as that one's not even on target. He finally puts it in. Oh, boy.
This is a Monster Jammers needed it. That's a goal that the Bears absolutely needed. Good angle to touch, just one off the post that he follows up, and the Fox is a little bit slow in getting back, but that's a big one. They are not out of this yet. They still have a prayer. It's only halftime. 3 goals can happen in a matter of a couple of seconds. You and I have seen that. So a 4-1 game can be 4-4 in a matter of just seconds. So we'll see what happens.
Especially here at the MLD, you never really know what's going to happen. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a team will just start clicking and pulling it together. But the Foxes, I don't know what's changed in the last little bit, but oh my God, Fuego literally becoming Firefox as he's demoed on this play.
He died a hero, though. Really, really good demo. But the momentum from the demo in the hitbox off of Fuego puts that one towards the net. 5-1 lead, 2:15 left, and that just takes back that goal that they just gave up. And we are looking at another possible Brazil trip.
But the Bears really don't want that to happen. You know, all that fur, it just gets really warm. Let's face it.
Well, I mean, at this point, anything that any game for the Bears right now is just really, really good news for the Rhinos, as they are looking. The Bears still looking up at the Rhinos, and the Rhinos kind of celebrating a little bit. That's another nasty flick from Fuego as he just torches the defense, and it's a 6-1 lead.
And again, Monster Jammers just defending his net way too aggressive. Needs to give a little bit of space, possibly even turn around and go for a little bit of a shadow and force Fuego to make a play that he can react to. It's the one thing that they're not allowing to happen, is they're not allowing themselves time to react to what's actually happening in front of them. They're just forcing everything. That's not working out. They have to change this up to at least salvage another game here, as Monster Jammers can't recover in time again, and we're in Brazil the last minute and a half or so.
And this starts when Monster Jammers goes up backwards for this ball. He's got to try to get towards the back wall, maybe try to read it and read where it's going to try to get in front of the shot, where he's coming from and going back towards the net, jumping at that. Unless he's got the mechanical ability to try to air roll into it, he's not going to be able to make contact that way. That really, really hurts, and we may have an 8-burger here as Fuego adds another. That's 4 goals apiece for the Foxes.
I mean, not much to say here. Fuego played it nicely, very patient, creeped up on it, and got the play. Ravens fan could have potentially had a chance, I think. But he didn't have a great recovery there off a kickoff, so minute and a half to go. It's looking grim.
It is. But you know what? Even if the Bears do go down in this series, it is week 7. 3 more weeks are left. You still have, even if they can't get the one of the division spots for the playoffs, they still have a really good chance at the wild card, and that is another one for Fuego, make it number 5 on the game. But this is going to be a learning experience for the Bears. It's something they can recover from. We've seen them play much better Rocket League than this before, and they are going up against a buzzsaw that is Fuego and Brava. And I think if they are going to continue on this roll, they're going to be one of the teams to beat in this Plat League.
The way Fuego and Brava are playing right now kind of remind me of classic Ducks squads.
Yeah.
They're super confident. They're patient. And when it's time to make a play, they're able to convert that into something meaningful. Much like that right there. Fuego, very patient, attacked right when he needed to, had all the speed he needed, make it happen. Slight little mix-up there, but that's going to happen from time to time with twos, especially when you're playing aggressively. But they're not letting up. They're working that goal differential right now. Ravens fan tries to take a shot. He's just shook by the demo on his teammate. And again, attacking.
This is a masterful attack by the Foxes. They're playing well above their level and their level's discipline at the moment. Yes, they're in Plat League, but the discipline that they're showing, making sure they're limiting the double commits, making sure they're keeping possession, keeping quality possession, and turning them into chances. They're playing at a
there it is.
level they normally are. And as I say that, Monster Jammers takes advantage of a little bit of an over-aggressive defense and makes it a 9-2 game.
Yeah, Fox is getting a little bit ahead of themselves here. Brava on the other side of the field. They tried to make something happen as far as a defense goes, but Monster Jammers able to convert finally a little bit of offensive pressure into something. They need some momentum here for the next game, which will be game number 4. It seems like the series is dragging on with all these goals being scored, but a little bit of a makeout session there in the corner.
They're doing it around that boost pad too. Either way, Foxes take game number 3, and game 4 are going to be on the way here very shortly. But the Foxes, they are padding their goal differential stats, which of course is going to make a huge difference come the playoff time, as it'll help with seeding. But as of right now, they are now 2 games away from taking over the top spot in their division, if my math is correct. So this is
according to the stats right now, the Foxes have taken over it by 1 game.
Well, that's so you're new leaders in the Arctic Division.
I haven't checked to see what the stats are as far as the rest of the teams in their division, the 2 teams that they are trying to take over. But as of right now, they're sitting 21-12, which is fantastic for Platinum.
Yeah, that's really, really good stuff from their point of view. And that would put them for sure into the top spot if that indeed holds. But we'll see what the Wolves do this week. I don't think they've played yet, so that's going to make a huge difference. But Monster Jammer's waiting on him to get going into game number 4. Bears need a lifeline. They need one bad. If they can manage to eke a win out of this series, which it looks kind of gloomy and not very hopeful right now, but things can change in a matter of heartbeat. You and I both know that.
Yeah, we've experienced it firsthand as former players of the MLD. But 5 minutes on the clock here for game 4. And the Bears trying to mount some sort of offense here quickly. Brava, again, that patience. Foxes, in general, known for their patience out in the wild. And, I like making those analogies between the animals and the players that they represent. But, the Foxes, they're cunning, swift, and patient. Good to see this. Very good to see this.
Yeah, they've adjusted pretty well too. They had some aggressive moments, but then they've been able to slow it down when necessary as well. This will be a nice play for Monster Jammers. Still in the murk. Good pinch around the corner from Fuego, as Firefox himself is going to go back into Bears territory. Ravens fan keeps himself, tries to play one off of the ceiling. Foxes, again, more patience shown. Fuego goes far side with it. Jammers takes it away once more. We're a minute into game number 4, scoreless game. Foxes trying to get one towards the net. That's going to be on target.
Oh, man.
Monster Jammers, takes care of it fairly simply as we play a minute 10 in.
All right, so here we go. The Foxes starting to be challenged on their side. But no, Monster Jammers, again, not quite there. They're crowding around the ball again. This might actually work out if Fuego gets up in time. A nice little double tap on the jump button to make that happen. Now Brava, slow playing this, making Ravens fan come to him. Slow play again. Fuego lurking, looking for the pass, a possible play, but it heads out to Brava's side, so they will abandon the play. We have not seen the Bears do that at all. They're completely committed. Now Fuego able to come out on top. Monster Jammers has to race back again, but a good touch to the other side.
Yeah, really good defensive touch by Monster Jammer, scrambling back a little bit there. And this puts the Foxes in a bit of a more contested situation. Bears been a little bit more patient with what they're trying to do, which is really, really good news, as they haven't been caught in the overcommits as much, and they've been able to keep the ball in their possession more than 3 seconds at a time.
Ravens fan in the air. Fuego very patient. Monster Jammers turning the wrong way. Actually gets the supersonic demo. Fuego does. It actually wraps it around Ravens fan. What is this?
And Gravity just kind of failed the ball here. Fuego puts it up in the air. It goes just up in the air long enough to completely screw up Ravens fan. He's just coming back to try to make the save on that. The backflip is not going to be good enough, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Foxes.
EtherGod brings up a good point. They just need to starve the boost and lock the Foxes in on defense. We haven't really seen much of that. I don't know if you've been paying attention too much, but I've been trying to keep track of who got the boost and who doesn't. But when the Foxes are on the defense, they're more than happy to not have any boost. But Monster Jammers tying this one up with a nice high shot.
Good work. It adds a little bit of a bounce off the back wall, but the Foxes really don't go and attack that very quickly. Hesitation off the back line is going to kill you 9 times out of 10. Monster Jammers takes advantage, putting it underneath the crossbar.
I like to call that the bottle knocker, the hockey term. Yeah. Hit the top of the goal because that's where all the goalies keep their bottles. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
But Bears have a chance here. Trying to get some momentum above Fuego. Does that play go? And Bravo to gather it up. He's going to leave it. The Ravens fan actually messes that play up a little bit. Monster Jammers tries to clean it up, but Fuego attacked nicely. Pass out. Fuego had to wrap his car around the midfield there. Monster Jammers towards the other side. It was a quick play, not quite on target. That one is, though. Okay, the Bears finally see a lead.
Yeah, this is the third of the game for the Bears, and this will be off the back wall. Forces Fuego out to the side. Rotation back a little bit slow from Brava, and he's not able to get the ball away from the net. Bears have their first lead, I think, of the series, as they have it at 2-1 in Game 4.
Dead ball in the center. All the players just huddled around it as Fuego had a chance. Ravens fan gets there just in time, getting that long Dominus nose there. Challenged by Brava. Monster Jammers. That is the proper spacing you need. Didn't quite get the play he wanted, but it worked out okay. The Bears trying to keep this one alive. Nice boost starve towards the net. It'll roll up. Brava has to go for it. He goes for it way too late. Monster Jammers getting the third goal for the Bears.
And then better playing Bears. This is a different team than we're seeing, forcing the Foxes to rotate back slowly and just keeping possession for themselves. Good adjustment made by the Bears at the moment, and it's something that we haven't seen from the whole series long, so keep it up, guys. This is good work.
This is fantastic work by them, as the Foxes have technically taken the series so far, but the Bears trying to save a little bit of face here. Boost steal there by Brava. Out. This one will go high. Monster Jammers is up. He gets the touchdown.
Please.
Savagery.
Boom shakalaka here from Monster Jammers. This is fantastic. This is a nice pass up, and Monster Jammers reads it really well. Has the air roll, able to get the front wheels off of it, or onto it, I should say, and just drop it straight down on an angle for the net. And the Bears start to run away with Game 4, and that one should be one of your nominees, the MLE POTW. That's the play of the week. Send that clip over to the ML Doubles Twitter account with that hashtag, and definitely add that to the list of really good plays we've seen today.
We should also remind everybody that if you're in the MLD Discord, there is a channel there for that. If you're not so Twitter friendly, you can submit them there and they will get posted or at least submitted. Monster Jammers tries to take some control here. Brava right back to Ravens fan. I don't think he was expecting it as the ball goes off to the side. Starting to see a little bit of aggression from the Bears. Once they have to go through the Foxes, they're trying to get some bumps and bruises and bangs up on that. Off the corner, Monster Jammers is there again. 6 shots, 5 goals. Can't discount that.
Yeah, that's another good piece of work by the Bears. 27 seconds to go, and they are continuing to pile it on. This is going to reverse a little bit of the goal differential problems that they had in the first couple of games, which is really, really good. Monster Jammers has 5 in the game. Ravens fan there to assist on 3 of those, playmaker from him. But it's absolutely been the Monster Jammers and the Merc show from the Bears in Game 4. This is a different team than we saw the first 3, and it continues on as the Foxes really need to kind of try to reverse things here. they are looking square in the face of a 2-3 if they don't reverse what the Bears are doing over here.
Yeah, Bears just have all the momentum going here into game 5. A little bit more momentum. Oh, the ball barely dies out there for the Bears, but what in the world happened there? That last 3 minutes or so of this game, the Bears woke up, started roaring and grabbing salmon out of nowhere.
Well, there's salmon to be had.
Plenty of salmon, indeed.
For the first 2 games.
But yeah, I mean, the Foxes, they kind of relaxed a little bit. I think they started feeling a little bit confident. And, I mean, why wouldn't you? You just had a monstrous 3 games against the Bears. But Bears pulled it together there. And I have a feeling this game 5 is going to be nuts.
Yep, should be. I'm excited about it. Let's see what happens. The Bears trying to make a miraculous comeback into a 2-3 series as they are on the board with their first win of that series. And that's going to mean wonders for them in the Sun Division. But we are underway with game number 5. Bears going to be on the attack early. This will be up the sidewall. Monster Jammers gets the nose of the Merc onto it. Good save come across from Brava as he takes that one away. 15 seconds in to game number 5. Out of the corner. Foxes into the middle. That's going to be punched ahead by Ravens fan. It'll be chased down by Monster Jammers. Touched in front. That's going to ricochet back towards the Bears net. Not quite on target. And Ravens fan will give chase into his own corner. 40 seconds in. Scoreless game.
Ooh.
Good challenge at the halfway line. Going to put the screws to any offensive attack. Fuego gets around 1 but not 2. Coming in late is going to be Brava. Fuego with a good demo. That's going to create an offensive opportunity. Can they turn it? They cannot. And it remains a scoreless game.
Bears having a little bit of a tough time. Foxes really put the screws on him right there. Brava shooting it in.
That's good stuff. Brava able to put that one home. The Foxes started to get on their offensive heels a little bit. The Bears were having problems getting it away from them in the offensive zone, and they finally are able to turn the corner and put that one home a minute and 8 seconds into the game.
All right, so the Foxes are back. Seems like they have decided to not relax this game in the crazy Sons of Brazils that they've had so far, but Brava can't get there in time as Monster Jammers comes in from nowhere and slams it home.
And this is a continued effort by Monster Jammers. He's continuing where he left off in game number 4. Comes across top of the box. Really, really hard to stop those when you're not in front of them. And that's a really, really good spot to place that ball by Monster Jammers, forcing the Foxes to make a save. They can't do it. Tie game.
Demo there for Fuego. Ravens fans going to leave that alone. Demos him too. Fuego getting savage out there. Monster Jammers shot right at Fuego. That popped up. And towards the corner we go. Left side. Brava picking up some boost. Tries to play this off. Monster Jammers getting savage too. Popped up towards the net. Monster Jammers can he get there? Oh, he goes off the post. But Brava is there to make the play. Not quite though. He had to rush in. Tied at 1. Heck of a game 5 underway here with 3 minutes left. Ravens fan to pick this up. Brava swings it around in time to slam that one away. As down the line we go. Monster Jammers just getting in the way of this and off the ceiling. Hard to read. Knocks it towards the net. It's wide. Good shots coming out from both teams, Curtis, but the Bears way more aggressive.
Yeah, I will agree with that. However, they're putting the ball in odd spots. Foxes haven't quite been able to take advantage of it yet because the Foxes haven't had great contact on the ball in this game 5. Bears doing good work. They've made some inroads as far as adjustments. It took them entirely too long to get that done. But the Foxes are still there and still good, and they nearly deposited a gorgeous goal in there.
Brava needed to knock that down. That's why he was up. It wasn't in, at least from my angle that I could tell. So don't go blaming him for blocking a shot. It was a good idea. Let's face it. It was a fantastic play if it would have worked out. And definitely play of the week was Brava off the backboard. Fuego, crossbar down and out. Fuego's still staying with it. I think Ravens fan actually got a save for that. He did. It's his only save of the game towards the net again. Not quite in again. Oh my God, the Fox is shooting high.
Yeah, they can't buy one in between the uprights right now as they're trying desperately to get that one home. Finally going to be able to find one on a turnover. And Fuego, the Foxes, go swiping. And I know that you get that reference as we have a 2-1 lead for the Foxes in Game 5.
Now Monster Jammers again trying to force Fuego into a play. Now Fuego not phased at all, is able to gather control of that ball and hit it right down the middle as they take the lead here. Fuego going to stay back on that. A good idea for him. As he pops it up here, Ravens fans forced to get away. Both Bears grouped up in that offensive corner. A demo, though. Bravo wisely staying back. Challenges Monster Jammers. That's towards the net. Ravens fan gets the save, and he knocks it in by himself. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Ravens fan knocked this one in. It was a really, really good attempt at the save. He had the save. It's just where he fell, ended up with the ball right behind him. So unfortunate, but that's where you gamble if you're going to play that kind of positioning. So 3-1 lead for the Foxes. Bears need a quick comeback. Need to get some of those quick strikes up as they had in Game 4. But they may have tested all their mettle in this series as they had kind of put all their eggs in one basket in that Game 4.
Yeah, they're starting to double commit again. The Bears are, I should say.
Yeah.
Starting to see them gather up around each other. I don't know if it's a communication issue that break comes in and breaks down. They made the adjustment once. They need to do it again as Fuego. Yep. That's going to seal it.
Tiger City, as the Fox is able to take a 3-goal lead, 53 seconds to go, and Fuego adds in his second of the ball game. 8 total shots for the Foxes, 4 for the Bears. And the Foxes have just had the quality of play increase from Game 4 to Game 5 exponentially. I don't know what happened Game 4. They literally laid an egg. I don't know where the egg is at, but they had some issues that they corrected between Game 4 and Game 5, and they've been playing much better Rocket League in Game 5.
You know, it's kind of a thing with the Plat League. You have to have your one bad game, like every series, it seems. Every official series, I should say. And I'm calling that their bad game. Now, the Fox is playing fantastic Rocket League. They figured out what they did wrong and started correcting it immediately.
Yeah.
And another one of the things about the Platinum League that you have to learn quick. You must correct your mistakes immediately and start capitalizing on everybody else's mistakes. And the Foxes doing just that here in Game 5 as they try to extend their lead in the Arctic Division. Fuego off the mistouch, right in.
Yeah, and this is going to basically double the Foxes' goal differential in this for the regular season, which is huge going into seeding, because this is a team that should definitely have people on notice as far as the Plat League playoffs are concerned.
Week 7 for the Plat League. This one does mark the end of interdivision play. They do. Sorry, wait. Yeah, did I say that? I said that right.
Interconference play.
Interconference play. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, as they go back to their divisions after this week to play each team again. But the Foxes go 4-1 here in this series. Fantastic play by both teams shown. The Bears showing a lot of potential, but they do need to pull it together quickly.
Yeah, good stuff. They have a couple weeks to do that. And the Bears, they are not a bad team. They hit a rough patch this week. I think we can definitely say that. But this is not a bad team, nor has it been in this season so far. So really excited about the Bears' potential. Foxes continuing to play well, and they are starting to really make some inroads in the Arc division. So a lot of good stuff. With that said, that is going to conclude matters here on this Freestyle Friday. A couple of news and notes for this weekend. Saturday as well. I believe we only have 2 series tomorrow as well. I'll have that verified real quick. But if that's the case, then it'll be starting at 10 Eastern tomorrow night for prime time Saturday. You guys saw a lot of really good plays tonight. Clip them. Send them to the ML Doubles Twitter account at ML Doubles or into the Discord channel that is titled as such, and they can be nominated for the MLD Play of the Week. Winner of the Play of the Week gets a case of Balls Guarana sent to the door completely free of charge, and you owe a huge thanks to Balls Guarana for that. And also want to give a shout out to our friends over at Arctic for your PC cooling needs. They also do things like headsets and other accessories as well. So if you have an accessory need for your rig, get over to arctic.ac and check out what they have to offer at at one of the better prices you'll see as well.
Tomorrow,
with that, yes.
Tomorrow, you mentioned tomorrow, we do have a triple header scheduled.
Triple header, nice.
Yep, Champion, Platinum, and Champion making their names here. I won't say who it is. You're just going to have to look yourself. Check out the MLD Twitter.
Good stuff. So we do have a platinum sandwich tomorrow. Triple header of action on a primetime Saturday for Ninja Rider and Enigma J on the buttons. I am Curtis saying goodnight and goodbye from the MLD Network on Twitch. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 Eastern.